どうする？私目当ての服買っちゃったから帰ってもいいよ。いや、平気平気。
I felt just fine after that.
単に3つも食べたからじゃない？
やっぱりそうかな。
Sometimes something would happen and I would feel who I used to be before the accident. Like when I'd seen that crab stand a bit ago. I suddenly felt a strong craving for crabs. But I had ended up eating too many. I hadn't realized I liked sweets that much. Or maybe I just liked crabs. Maybe I'd eaten them on a date with a boy I liked. My face went red. No way. Probably. I wasn't interested in that stuff. I never had a boyfriend. He would have come to see me when I was in the hospital, probably.
じゃあ映画でも見る？セリカ、お金は？
Two of my precious 1,000 yen bills had just disappeared down the drain, along with the crabs. But I didn't have any parents to beg for cash.
生活費の振り込みって15日だからな。
This must have been what a grown-up felt like the day before payday. What should I do? And then I saw something strange.
あれ、何？
How you saw what I was looking at and frowned.
セリカは見たことないの？
Don't tell me she's seen one of the Sumo stickers. I know that. Maybe the old me had seen one, but I couldn't remember.
聞いたことくらいはあるでしょ。カオスチャイルド症候群。
あれが？
I thought they were talking about Sumo stickers, but I guess not. There were these strange-looking people walking around. No, it wasn't that they looked strange. The clothes they were wearing didn't match their appearance. There was a weird, unbalanced feeling to them. I couldn't stop staring. But the people around them were obviously used to them, so they didn't seem to mind. And those the people with those Sumo sticker masks on.
確か地震でひどい目に遭った若い人たちがあの病気になっちゃったんだよね。
I don't know that.
なんで誰も気にしないのかな。
気にはしてるんだよ。けどあの人たちが悪いわけじゃないもん。そういう病気らしいから。それに。
I looked up at the big TV screen on the side of the building. She was looking below the TV at the marquee used for news and messages. Gale-Shell syndrome is a treatable illness. It is not dangerous, and it is not communicable. Harassment of patients is a violation of their human rights and is forbidden by law. Let us strive for an equal society, free from discrimination. There was a message there. Gale-Shell syndrome is a treatable illness. It is not dangerous, and it is not communicable. Harassment of patients is violations of the human rights and is forbidden by law. Let us strive for an equal society, free from discrimination. I'd never seen anything like that before. Of course, I knew about the syndrome.
渋谷だけだよ。 こんな風になってるのは。
I did. And when she saw I was still staring at the announcement.
なんか変だもんこの町。いろいろ噂されてるし。
あるある、聞いたこと。症候群の人たちが時々行方不明になるんでしょ。なんか実験されてるとか。
実験ってあんたは漫画の読みすぎ。
とにかくセリカは聞いたことない？そういうの。知らないよ。そっか、セリカネットニュースとか見ないもんね。
He was right. I was never really interested and didn't even have internet at home. Probably on purpose. Otherwise you would find out stuff on the internet. According to Ayaka, everyone else had internet these days, but maybe that was just how it worked.
ねえ、お金ないならさ、ちょっと覗きに行かない？
Like I flashed a mischievous grin.
何を？症候群の人たちが入っている施設。私場所知ってるんだ。
Oh no.
いいよ。映画見よ。セリカの分私出すからさ。
The three of us talked for a while, and Ayaka went out. I didn't like the idea of having a friend pay for me. And for some reason, I wanted to go there.
ちょっとだけだからね。怒られたりするの嫌だし。なんてとこ？どこにあんの？
こっからすぐだよ。碧峰学園は。
Wait, what? I'm just staring with my mouth wide open. For some reason, I thought they were talking about the Tokyo General Hospital. But the school? It was a few minutes walk from the station. And sure didn't look like a place for sick people. It looked just like a normal school. There was a plate on the entrance that read Heikyo Academy. I could see the patients coming in and out of the building. Some were laughing and joking around, while others were alone and playing with their smartphones. They really did look like normal students. So, does it mean that every student in that school is a patient? Is suffering from that syndrome? It kind of makes sense in the form that I remember wondering earlier why it happened to be that almost every member of the newspaper club was a gigalomaniac, and I guess if every student is a patient or has to be a patient in order to be enrolled here, I guess that would make sense. But I never guessed it. So that explained it. You were all wearing the school's uniform. But why? That uniform didn't fit their appearances at all. It actually made them stand out more.
本人たちは高校に通っているつもりなんだって。
Now it also fits why Wakui is in fact a teacher. I'm really impressed by this plot twist. I mean, I did mention that at some point it was weird that so many people in the club were gigalomaniacs, like I said, like... In In Kale's head, it was when you were a Gigglomaniac, you were one of the exceptions. Well, I found it a bit strange that most of a club for Gigglomaniacs, but everyone. I never expected this. I never would have guessed.
気がついていないんだよ。ここがどういうところなのか。なんでそんな。
That didn't make sense. How could they not know? They had to know what people were saying about them if they looked on TV.
何が見えてるんだろうね。
Are they all living in some kind of shared illusionary world? Like the one that Yuki made basically, but then on a larger scale? Just as I went to take a look inside.
セリカ
I felt a sharp pain in my head and collapsed. I felt my mind starting to fade away, and then everything went black.
だから明日は休むよ。今日はごめんね。はーい、お大事にします。ありがとう。じゃあね。
I ended to go it out and fell into the bed. I'm still so baffled about that twist. I'd only passed out for a few minutes. I woke up and the two of them walked me home. My head was still hurt. It was a strange pain. How to describe it? It wasn't a real headache. It was just like the center of my head felt heavy. What happened to me that afternoon? I suddenly saw a vision of something in my mind. It had happened before, but this time it was different, more powerful, like I'd gone inside a vision. I could even smell it.
これってやっぱり。
Did it have something to do with before I'd lost my memories? Did I know Heikyo Academy? That facility in Shibuya? I took out my phone and looked at my address book. There were 22 names on the list. The only one on the list who wasn't a friend was my guardian. I started to call them and stopped. They told me not to go to Shibuya. I couldn't explain what had happened today. Maybe I should just tell her about the vision I had seen.
あの人は何か知ってるのかな。
And I'd woken up in the hospital after the accident and didn't have anything to identify myself. No matter what the doctors asked me, I couldn't answer. And then she came. She said she was a distant relative of mine, and that she would be my guardian. I do wonder if her guardian is somebody we know. She was the one who told me about the accident. was an only child, she said. I lived in a prefecture far away from Tokyo. In the fall of my second year in high school, my parents had both died in an accident. I was all alone, and then this person, my distant relative, had taken me in for financial reasons. I wasn't able to go to the private school I'd been attending before, and instead, I had transferred to a cheaper school run by a man she knew. But the day before I was supposed to start, I had gone to the Restoration Festival. I had gone to Shibuya for the first time in my life and been shocked at the number of people there. I had been so flustered that I was swallowed up by the crowd and pushed me out onto the street. And then a car had come by. And then I had woken up in a hospital bed. My stomach was badly hurt and I had forgotten everything. The day I left the hospital, I asked her a question. And I go back to my old house. I meant the house where I'd lived with my parents. If I went back there, I might remember something. But she told me I couldn't. Someone else owned it now, she said. She said they would tell me the reason why when I was older. And she hadn't told me yet. She worked in Shibuya and wasn't able to leave. I lived alone here in this apartment in Yokohama. It's going to be really weird if Sato end up being a guardian or Momase. That would be extremely weird, but then again, I guess with those twists happening, like Heikyo Academy not being a normal school, I guess everything can happen. I'm really still pleasantly surprised by that twist. The first time I'd fallen asleep in this room after leaving the hospital, I'd woken up in tears, and then I made a decision. I didn't have time for crying. I needed to live the best life I could, for my parents' sake, as well as mine. Was I ready? Was I okay? I was okay. And then I throw away the past, or so I thought. But that facility called Heikyo Academy, and all those Girl Child Syndrome patients seemed like they were going to make me remember. Oh, Frisia, huh? Stay away from Shibuya, alright? You told me so many times. So it is Mama say probably. Maybe it was because he didn't want me seeing Heikyo Academy and the people who went there.
Wow.
It was like there was something I wasn't supposed to remember. No way. This was the thriller or something. Gale-Child syndrome, a specific condition that appeared in certain victims of the Shibuya earthquake. Thought to be a psychokinetic mental disorder. It seems to be a form of schizotypical disorder, a condition where the patient does not recognize that they have a disorder. The originator of the name is unknown. It's said to have come from both a psychologist and from one of the patients. The name appears to have come from the fact that all patients with this disorder were young children at the time of the Shibuya earthquake, and the complexity of the circumstances surrounding the quake and the symptoms. It is believed to be the origin of the name Gale-Child syndrome. I couldn't stop thinking about the syndrome, so I spent the whole night looking it up on my phone. I didn't understand over half what I read. Just reading it gave me a headache. And it was all it's believed to be or is said to be. It was like no one really knew anything for sure. Eventually I turned up a page that said mental disorders are neither real illnesses or fictional myths, but somewhere between the two. I didn't know what that meant. I just gave up. It also looked like a lot of other people besides me were looking into it too. Some people were coming up with weird conspiracy theories, and others were saying that the very idea of explaining it scientifically was nonsense. I realized as I read that, I kept seeing the same name again and again.
宮代拓だっけ。
He was the boy behind the serial killings in Shibuya. Wait, seriously? Honestly, I don't exactly remember if the common route also ended with Takeru being seen as the perpetrator. He was just 18 years old, only a year older than me. I'd lost my memories from before the accident and didn't really know what awful things he had done. I tried looking him up, but when they had given me the phone, I had put a filter on it. I couldn't read much of anything at all about Miyashiro Takeru. That only made me want to know more. Maybe that was what I was like from before the accident. My personality didn't seem to have changed much.
まあこっちから興味を持って調べないと情報なんてないのと同じだもんね。
Huh? I felt like someone had told me that often before. Who was it? Well, it didn't matter. His phone didn't have any filtering on it. I was able to find out about Miyashiro Takeru right away. It was shocking. It was hard to imagine that someone my age could have done this. He had killed his own younger sister. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Since what we've seen before was that Ito was the one that killed Yui, but maybe, just maybe, what if Taku really was the perpetrator, but he had created a delusion for himself where other people did that in order to alleviate his guilt, maybe? Since it doesn't make sense otherwise, like, Ito was supposedly mind controlled into killing Yui. So, how could Takeru have done it? And yet work together with an accomplice to stuff her body in boxes? Also, he has just basically taken Terika's place as the culprit. And then he tried to kill his older sister and failed. His older sister was still in a coma, they said. I couldn't believe it. I felt disgusted. It is Miyashiro person. How could he do that? But at the same time I wondered. I'd learned that he had gone to Higyo Academy before he had been caught. He had told me not to go to Shibuya. And he had put filtering on my phone to stop me from looking up Miyashiro. Which meant that maybe there was something there. Something they didn't want me to know. I did not know what it could be. But it just didn't feel right.
Yoshi.
I slapped myself a few times on the cheeks to help me focus. I just wanted to know the answers. So I pretended to be sick to get out of school. I went back to Shibuya. Okay, I was all ready. I said a silent sorry to my friends who were worried about my fake illness and set off for my destination.